Today I want to talk about budgeting and the different budgeting methods that can be used to track your income and your expenses. We're even going to use a live example of someone making $4,083 a month take home, which is your net income. And I came up with a $4,000 a month because on average, the average American makes around $62,000 a year. And it varies, depends on state. If you lived in Mississippi, it's around, they say around $49,000 a year. And if you live like Washington, D.C. or California, it's about $120,000. But we're going to keep it really simple and low. We're going to try the $4,000 per month take home income. Um, let's just talk about how much effort is going to take in some of these methods, right? And as you see, some is very low effort versus some is very high effort. And that's just how much time it takes to maintain them and to set it up. There are 6 methods here. One is the 50-30-20 method, which is 50% of your needs you budget out, 30% of your wants, and 20% of your income goes to savings. 50% goes to needs, 30% goes to wants, and 20% goes to savings. And then you have your zero-based budget. Every dollar is assigned to some category. Then you have your pay yourself first, save first, spend the rest. Very low effort, but you also have to have a lot of discipline as well with that effort. The envelope method, cash in labeled categories. I tried that, and the problem that happens with that is when you get down to the change. What are you going to do with that? You're going to put it in a jar, you're going to put it in the bank. I don't like cash because it's hard to keep up with, and if your house burned down, if you get robbed, you lost your whole budget, lost everything. Then there's Dave Ramsey, the 7 baby steps to wealth. And then there's the anti-budget. That's probably my favorite one, anti-budget. But what I started out with was I personally started out with the 50, 30, and 20. And then as I got accustomed and to budgeting, then I graduated to the lowest effort. Okay, let's talk about zero-based budgeting. Now, zero-based budgeting takes a completely different approach. Instead of working with these 3 different broad buckets like the 50, 30, 20, you are giving every single dollar to a category before the month ends. Your income minus all assigned expenses equals 0. Not because you spent everything, but because every dollar has a purpose, including the ones going to savings. So right here, we have our sample of $4,000 and $4,083 we take home pay, right, per month. Okay, in this example, we're going to put $1,450 towards housing, $580 towards transportation, and so forth. All to equal, at the end of the month, we're going to end up with 0. But we still have a savings, we still have fun, and we still was able to eat, right? So this is called the zero-based budgeting. Now, the zero-based budgeting, I think is very good for people who starting out with budgeting because it gives a clear picture of where your money is going to go, and then you can come back and see where your money actually went and adjust accordingly. You're making your decisions very intentional instead of just hoping and praying that it works out. So most people who say they're really bad with money, this is a great place to start with the zero-based budgeting. And this is a good moment to start thinking about what really works for you and your personality and your lifestyle. Because this zero-based budgeting will take a little bit more time to get started, and you have to tweak it until you get it to a nice, good spot. Out of the 6 budget methods, the 50-30-20, the pay yourself first, the anti-budget, the Dave Ramsey, The envelope method, out of all the budgets, the best budget is the one you're actually going to use. And I want to leave you with one thought. Start simple, build a habit, and adjust as your life changes. Adjust as your life change. Start simple. Pick one method and try just for 30 days. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. And if you want support building a budget that's tailored for your income, your goals, and your life, that's exactly what we do here at Coleman Financial Firm. Our financial coaching services start at $125, and we'll work with you one-on-one to choose the right method, build your budget for you, and help you stay accountable month to month. You can find us at colemanfinancialfirm.com or reach out directly to us to get started. I'd love to help you with any questions you may have. And if you're not sure which method to start with, feel free to come talk to me, and I'm happy to point you in the right direction. No judgments at all. Been there, done it. Now I want to share my wealth of knowledge with everyone.